to start by introducing my players. First up, we have Deckard Payne, played by.
Ryunaga, and Deckard is a blade singer, which is a wizard, and he's also an elf.
And then we have Okoru, played by.
Jarwolf, and Okoru is a bugbear monk.
Followed by Sylvia, played by.
A reclining cerulean, and Sylvia is a sorcerer warlock hybrid human.
Okay. And last but not least, we have Azure, played by.
Army 827, and Azure is a half-elf paladin.
Okay. So at the end of the previous session, the party had done a lot of exploration up in this general area. They'd cleared out a bunch of gricks, I believe it was, and then they'd made their way back down to this point, and the entire last half of the previous session was taken up with a massive battle involving somewhere in the neighborhood of like I don't want to say 16 combatants plus the players.
A quadrillion.
Yeah, it was a lot. And oh man, did they pepper you guys. But so now that the fight has literally just concluded, what will you do? And actually, for that matter, I'm going to do one little thing while you guys tell me that.
Well, it sounds like a rest is a good idea.
I agree, but
Yeah, we have to figure out. Wasn't there a place that looked good to rest in the back?
You're thinking of some specific
let's
rest site?
explore a little bit. Also, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself at level 2.
Okay. So you could places that I'm not sure what specific rest site you're thinking of. However, there is a space that's nearby that you're moderately sure will be okay to rest in, and that would actually be the secret tunnel. Excuse me. Because even if someone comes across it, they would have to figure out how to open it. So depending on how long of a rest you want to have, that might be a possibly safe space to do it.
Yeah, and I could alarm the secret tunnel entrance, I suppose.
Well, there's 2 entrances.
Well, I could do that for one of them.
Correct. So is that what you'd like to do? Are you going to rest first, or are you going to explore first?
Personally speaking, I'm pretty tapped out for stuff, so but if everyone else is okay, then that's fine.
Here.
I'm cool with exploring.
X to explore, check to rest.
Well, I guess it would mainly be well, one of the casters is in here, so
I'm down to rest.
I am too, but I don't want to tie. So let's just explore a little bit and look for a place to rest, okay?
Yeah, that's
Alright.
basically the only reason that I want to explore first.
Okay. Well, where are you exploring? Like, move some characters around, and I'll start revealing stuff. No, you're gonna have to commit more than that.
Do we need to make perception checks or stealth
Oh,
or
yes.
anything, Alex?
First
thinking.
things first. Perception for this session is in order. Okay.
We missed Raz already.
Now, if you want to sneak into an area that you haven't already, explored, then yes, you need to roll a stealth check. Okay. Well,
Nice
move your
stealth
character to where you are exploring.
Boop.
I guess I just need to stand in the back.
We know how that goes.
Yeah, Mr. Piano.
Okay.
Is there anything in
I
this
was
room?
just getting to that. I do have to read
Great.
every once in a while. That's a thing. So in this room, you can see that there's 3 bedrolls. There's also the remains of a very small campfire. It's about a foot and a half across, and it looks like for the most part they just kind of set up camp here, and they had been guarding this area and sleeping here. Looking around, these passageways all sort of seem to connect. So you've explored this area as best you can.
This might be a area where we could potentially rest when we're ready to.
Uh, Possibly. I mean, there's only two entrances, but the entrances are rather large. So, yeah.
Otherwise, I could start piling up the goblin corpses onto their camp.
Wall of corpses.
Yeah.
I mean, that's effective.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I
So
mean,
where are
it's
you
still
exploring
pretty
next?
good.
Over here seems.
I'm gonna check around this corner real quick.
Okay.
I will follow the Sylvia.
Once you head down this way, you actually see that there's a set of stairs descending down. In fact, these are the only stairs that you've seen at any point in the adventure so far, and so that's noteworthy.
Level 2, perhaps.
Could be.
Let's just make sure there ain't any more goblins or anything around here that'll sneak up on us.
Uh, okay. So where are you exploring next?
Up here.
Okay, I've already uncovered what you can see from here. You guys really have to commit to what it is you're exploring. Move near unexplored territory, and then I will reveal it.
Beep.
That's better. Let me see here. 10, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Okay. All right.
So, what BDSM questions are the other party members asking Howl?
What? None that I'm aware of.
But that's what Okoru always asks him about.
It seems like that might be your territory. So this hallway, it is was the residence of about 19 goblins from the looks of things. Actually, scratch that, make it 20. As your eyes survey the area, like first of all, when the goblins leapt up to assault you, they knocked over a whole bunch of shit. Um, Small tables, plates, cups, things like that. There are some scraps of moldy food around on the ground. They all seem to be kind of torn apart and picked at, so it seems like the goblins were fighting over them. And there is another goblin, excuse me, sorry, that apparently was the victim of an argument that ended badly. His head has been caved in with someone's copper tankard, and he was dead before you guys even ever entered battle. So yeah,
Poor little fella.
yeah, poor guy.
I mean, we would have done the same to him.
Maybe not with a tankard, but
Over here.
Okay. So let's see. That little spot right there. Boop. Oh, and obviously there's a door, which is to the east of you guys. Let me see here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30,
yeah,
35,
that's
40,
here.
45, 50, 55, 60. Okay.
I
So
guess that leaves me to be the skill monkey right now.
there you go.
Yep.
Okay. Let me also bet like that. Because
All right.
angles.
Does there look to be anything useful in any of the goblin shenanigans here?
No, I mean, the goblins don't generally accumulate much in the way of treasure. If you need a shield, there's shields lying around, but they're not the greatest of quality. They also reek. Um, but generally speaking, no, nothing here has any particular value. You've already, actually, for that matter,
Anything we could equip Howl with? Have we already put armor or whatever on him? If he can wear any?
he has a monster stat block, so
Uh,
any equipment to him would be narrative. I'm not really too willing to fuck with his stat block as is because he has a preference for using his fists because there's a specific power related to that. So yeah. Okay, so you can see down that hallway a ways. It looks like it
all right.
turns to the east, and when you make it all the way up there, the tunnel actually terminates rather suddenly. It
Oh,
looks like it was intentional, though. There's a regular wall and ceilings, but yeah, there's no sign that anything lived up here, unlike the goblins or the bugbears.
I'm gonna grab one of the. I'm gonna grab that tankard, cast light on it, and chuck it down this.
Down that way?
Yeah.
Okay. Can well, I guess what I'm gonna do. So you cast light, and then when you huck it down that way, I'm gonna reveal some of this cavern. Let me see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. I can go all the way to here because the light helps. So I'm going to go like that, and then I'm going to go like that, and then I'm going to go like that.
Guys, we got trouble.
There are
Nice
two
job.
extremely large, giant-ish creatures in that particular direction, and when you light the tankard and hurl it at them, it clatters to the ground near their feet, and they both sort of swing their heads around and face you, and then stand. So it seems initiative might be in order.
my poor initiative
Oh,
rolls
good
continue.
grief. You and me both.
I actually have high dex. I
I
don't know
know.
why I always fail.
Okay, so first in this initiative order, I'm gonna reset the round counter, is going to be Haleth. I'm actually going to move him up to about here because he would generally be with you guys anyways. So he's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. No, 30. He stays here. He rushes forward and then he glares with burning coal eyes at the first of the giantish
Yes.
creatures. That creature fails and is paralyzed and frightened as a result. Um, and that's Haleth's turn. So that creature, if I remember correctly, yeah, so he just can't. Well, he can't move. So I don't know what I'm doing. And if I let me double check the attack for a second here. When does this terminate? End of his next turn, right?
I
Paralyzed,
believe so.
frightened target. Wait, this is weird. On a failure, paralyzed, or until the end of his next turn. The frightened effect lasts for a full minute, so he has to make a saving throw at the end
Hmm.
of each of his turns. So I'm going to push to the next character, and it didn't auto reroll. So let me try to roll for the save. Wow. Okay, he ends the frightened effect on himself, so that's gone. And then for creature number 2, let me see. How much can he go? Oops. Uh, uh, and Okay. Giant number 2 rushes forward and sort of skids to a halt, attempting to cut off Gareth's escape, or Haleth's escape, I should say. And then he swings with a battle axe in one hand, and he hits.
Ouch.
And then he swings with a morning star in his other hand, and hits again. And just really clobbers the hell out of Haleth in a pretty brutal assault. Sylvia, oh wait. And then he completes his move, so Haleth is going to get a free attack.
Nice.
And actually, I got to remove an effect real quick, because it seems that Bless is still on him. Does anybody else still have Bless? Because that has definitely been removed.
It looks like I do.
Yeah.
And
And
Okoru.
Okoru. Okay. So, all right, Sylvia, it's your turn. The creature is roaring at you from just 5 feet away.
Oh, shit.
The hit, it looked like, was made.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I have to roll the damage, and then for the fisted.
Nice.
Oh, okay. So that's not in effect yet. So he clobbers the creature a little bit as it goes by, but being as big as it is, it doesn't seem to have affected it much. So, Sylvia, what do you do?
Am I within AOP range?
No. Why
Okay, then.
why would attack of opportunity be a thing? Oh, you mean of him, of the monster. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I understand now. Give me just a second. I gotta double check. Does he have? Nope, he has 5-foot reach.
Oh, thank God. Okay, I'm gonna back the hell away.
Are you attacking before or after you move?
After. Definitely after.
Okay. You hit?
Okay.
Wow.
Damn, his AC sucks.
Okay. So you dash away from the creature, skid to a halt and whirl around and fire off 2 Eldritch Blasts which both impact the creature and cause its skin to char. Next up is Deckard.
Okay. Move here so I can get line of sight. And then I'm going to use Ray of Frost to try and slow him down. So he is. Oh well, first I'm going to roll to identify what should I roll.
Oh yeah, I was trying to update this last time, but that only applied to 3rd edition. Hold on a second.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I remember how this pans out now. Roll nature.
Nature.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I'm trying to expand.
It's big.
You are reasonably certain this is not a dire wolf, so we're narrowing down the possibilities.
It might be an ooze.
It could be an ooze. It could be a very adept ooze.
Do I have a line of sight on him or not from here? It looks like I do.
Excuse me. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right. And then I will just. So he's number 2.
Yes. Wow, that is a powerful hit. I spoke too soon.
Yes. Thank you.
But regardless,
He's slowed down by 10 though.
Right, there's no thingy for that. So let me just add an effect so I don't forget. Slowed equals minus 10 feet. There, that'll do. Okay, so you fire off a ray of frost and ice over the creature. Its skin turns a little bit blue, and its muscles are sluggish. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay, Okoru, you're up.
Okay. It's too bad. All right. So if you hit somebody who's paralyzed, you have advantage, right?
Yes, but you've just reminded me of something. Go ahead and roll your attack. I'm going to grab the status conditions and I'm going to drop them into the chat. I would really recommend that everybody add that to their bar. I'm actually going to add it to my own bar because I don't have it up. And this way we will always know what all status conditions do. There you go.
It's an
Okay.
excellent idea.
Incapacitated, can't move, automatically fails strength and dex rolls. Attack rolls against it have advantage. Any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature.
Okay. I'm going to use Kensei Shot as a bonus action and power up my longbow, adding a d4 of damage. And I'm going to take a longbow shot.
Wow, the critical feature is something I did not know. It's very interesting.
And very important.
Yes, extremely.
And then that's going to be plus that.
Okay. And I'm so sorry, that was against... I want to make sure I get this against the right guy.
That was
One.
against creature number 1, who is paralyzed right now.
Got it.
And I'm going to use my multi-attack.
Nice. Got that crit.
And that will also be plus 1.
Oh, okay. There you go. All right, it's been applied.
Okay.
Anything else?
I think I'm good from here.
Okay. So next in the initiative order is Azor.
You said nature check for them, right?
Correct. Oh, that's actually pretty good.
Of course it
So-
is. He doesn't need +7 to fail like I do.
So, earlier I had indicated that these are some sort of giant creatures. They specifically are a variant of giants known as Ettins. Look like this. There we go.
They have
Yeah.
2 heads.
They have 2 heads. They are a foul, 2-headed giant with crude characteristics of an orc. It never bathes if it can help it. Its thick skin is usually encrusted with a thick layer of dirt and grime beneath the stinking hides it wears. Its long, stringy hair hangs in unkempt messes about its face, and its breath reeks from mouths filled with crooked teeth and tusks. The twin heads of the Etin are individuals trapped in the same brutish body. Each head is its own mind, personality, and name, and possesses a unique preference and quirk. There's a whole bunch of other stuff in here, but I'm going to skip most of that. This is a giant, a literal giant. It is capable of speaking giant and orc. Has dark vision. The Etin, because of its twin heads, has a unique characteristic that prevents or gives it advantage against saving throws that deal with being blinded, charmed, deafened, frightened, stunned, or knocked unconscious. Because as long as one head is active, the entire creature is able to make it through that.
Mhm.
Additionally, another quirk of its physiology is that with Ettins, when one head is asleep, the other one is awake, and it will wake the other head if it is snuck up upon. Aside from that, they are, as dangerous as you've seen, like any other giant, even if they are perhaps some of the least dangerous of their kind.
All right, I will swing at Etten too.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay. You finally managed to knock the creature into bloodied values. So with that, let's see here. We go back to the top of the initiative order, which brings us to Haleth. Um, hmm. So as soon as Haleth is done, the paralyze on number 1 is going to fall off.
Mhm.
He's going to try to vengeful glare that creature again, and it succeeds.
No.
Um,
No.
he's going to move to here to try to force another attack of opportunity if it tries to slip by him.
Right.
This creature starts its turn. The paralysis ended at the end of Haleth's turn. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. That's actually as far as he can make it. So he's going to whirl on Haleth. Oops, I missed. And boop. Miss.
Yay.
And then with the Morning Star. Okay. Um, damage. Okay, so the Etten charges across the battlefield, sliding to a halt behind its kin or brother or something, and it whirls on Haleth, and it swings a battle axe, which he manages to dodge out of the way of, only to get caught by the other hand with the Morning Star. Next up is at number 2. 5, 10, 15. He's going to move to here, and he's going to swing at Okoru. Wow. And okay, he rushes over, and you very easily manage to dodge out of his way. Now, obviously, you as a character are an exceptionally agile character, but you actually notice that the Etten seems to have pretty damn good hand-eye coordination, and you're guessing that it looks like perhaps the creature has one head controlling one arm and another head controlling another arm, and so they're
And one
able.
head is clearly stupider than the other.
That's up to debate, but ultimately what it means though is that they can swing um, in different time from one another to queue up their attacks.
Hmm.
Sylvia, you're up.
All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep
Didn't hear it.
Eldritch Blast.
Oh, okay.
yeah, I'm going to keep blasting away. Okay.
Wow.
This thing's AC is pitiful.
Yep.
Well,
I'm
I
not
mean,
done.
he's still just wearing like really dirty rags,
Mhm.
so
Okay, I'm not done. Before I end my turn, I've still got some healing light dice, so I'm gonna use one of them to try and heal a.
what are healing
Aww.
light dice?
So that's what the celestial warlock gets. Is as a bonus action, you can use D6 and cast heal on your friends
Oh,
from
okay.
afar.
All right, no problem. Then did you drop it on him already?
There you go. Have 5 hit points.
Okay, I can make that adjustment to myself. Thank you kindly.
Okay.
You're welcome.
So with Sylvia being done, Deckard, you're up.
No blade songs, no, well, hardly any spells. So I'm just gonna move back and shoot with firebolt this time.
Okay.
Number 2 is the closer one, correct? Yeah.
Yes.
And miss. Wow, what a great turn.
uh,
Ugh.
so you fire off your firebolt. It goes wide, and Okoro, you're up.
All right. Can I drop my longbow and take out my great my warhammer?
Hmm.
Okay, I do so. I see a giant wants to get hammered. He liked that. He liked it okay.
Yeah, I mean, these things have a very rubbery hide, might be the best way to put it. So as a result, it is kind of difficult to damage them, despite the fact that they're so easy to hit. But there you go. There we go. Ooh. I spoke too soon, it seems.
Now I'm going to kick him. Then I'm going to move to there. That
Okay.
will be my turn.
All right. So you connect critically with your warhammer, crack the creature right on the kneecap, and then follow it up with a kick to the meaty part of his thigh. That particular Etten is bleeding pretty profusely. You guys have really beat up on him. Azure, it's your turn.
Oh, swing at
This guy's
him.
going to die.
We hope.
Yep.
All right, and then since I have great wet master feet, I'll take my bonus action as an additional attack. So I have 2 attacks against number 1.
Okay.
And I'll end my turn there.
Okay. Um, so both of your sword blows connect, and that is all that it takes to fell at number 2. Um, Slice it along the back, it falls to its knees, and you stab into one of its heads, and the creature dies. Next, we're going to go back to the top of the round. It's going to be Haleth's turn. He's going to try one more time to Vengeful Glare. Creature
Yay.
fails, causing it to be paralyzed and frightened. It is the creature's turn. He's going to get to roll versus frightened. Wait, what? Okay.
Did either head succeed?
Apparently not. It remains frightened, but it can't move because it's paralyzed. So now we go to Sylvia.
Okay then. Gonna move here and blast away again.
Oof. He doesn't stand a chance.
Eldritch Blast.
Okay, so you managed to fire off both of them. The creature's paralysis, of course, makes it significantly easier to hit. And so, yeah, you really tear into the creature with your Eldritch Blast. I think it has just fallen into bloodied values. Um, and next up is Deckard.
Pew pew lasers.
Time to miss again.
I believe in you.
To miss? Yes, me too. Oh.
It's the Raz effect. If you make no effort, you will succeed.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, oh!
Ah.
I am getting a very clear sense for how this particular session is going to go for you.
Yes. Yeah, I'm just
He's
gonna sit in
fired.
the corner and cry.
We're
Oh,
just
that's
passing the incompetence around.
This
he-
never happens to me, baby. I swear.
with that pitiful performance, next up is Okoru. I imagine you're going to have a field day.
Hello.
Yeah, because you get to crit.
It's hammer time.
Mm.
Bam. Glad I dropped that one.
Oh, by the way, this is important. If you go, and I gotta find it, look above. You already did it. You should
Oh,
not have
Yeah.
done that. I wanted you to stop. Do not roll more. Um,
okay.
because I'm gonna remove that 12 damage. In fact, okay. Look up near where the swords and the party indicator are, the party sheet and the combat
Yep.
tracker. There's a plus and minus up there. If
Oh,
you
okay. I see
click
it.
that, open it up,
Okay.
and under damage below, there's an option to
Uh,
set for critical.
Okay.
Now,
Done.
Okay.
because paralyze allows you to do critical hits, um, you'll need to do this particular effect because apparently it is not auto critting if you're within
Okay.
5 feet, and that's probably just because they don't want to try to figure out what the distance was between the target. But if
Mhm.
you're within 5 feet and you're getting a crit because of it, select it here and you can force it. So if there's ever a scenario otherwise where this sort of thing would come into play, that's how you do it.
Okay. So you've erased the 12
Yes.
damage I'd
I
done?
think-
Yes, it's already done. So go ahead and
Okay.
re-roll your correct damage.
Okay. Okay. And then I'm going to make a second attack.
Oh.
Oh, that's a
Okay.
natural crit, so you don't need to do
No double crit? What?
yeah. No double crits, I'm sorry.
Aw.
Okay. Wow, it's the
Now
exact same damage.
I'm going to kick him in the face. In one of the faces.
Oh, what a surprise.
We'll call that good for right now. He's about to die.
He is very much about to die. So, Azor, you are up. After
Right,
that,
melee is critical hits, right?
Yes. Let's just get it over with.
don't pass your turn, otherwise Deckard might have to roll dice again.
There we go. Congratulations.
Once again, Eric steals the kill from the party. Well done, well done. So the Etten flops to the ground with a mighty thud. I'm going to reveal the rest of this room now and then get into the more mundane descriptions that can be located here. Go like that, and go like that, and then like that, and then I don't know. There.
Can I nominate Sylvia for inspiration for her lighted tankard maneuver?
You can.
That-
However, it was pretty critically bad.
Yeah,
but it was great.
I mean, you guys were likely going to stumble across those creatures anywhere, way as this area was unlit. But you just kicked off the battle with panache. That's a thing.
Yeah. Panache is
So
important.
yeah, feel good about that. So, anyways, as for the rest of this room,
Dash of incompetence in my case.
I
for
mean,
the-
incompetence deserves to be story rewarded every once in a while.
yeah, if you
I
say
agree
so.
with that.
As for the rest of this
Where's my
room,
reward?
there is a forge that dominates the northern wall. Um, the forge has not been heated up in quite some time. Let's see here. There is an iron anvil that stands atop a 3-foot circular stone dais in front of the hearth. There is a hammer hanging above the anvil from thick iron chains. It looks like a exceedingly large stone hammer. You would estimate that it probably weighs somewhere in the neighborhood of 7,000 pounds. It's 10
Wow.
feet long and 8 feet wide. Carved into one side of its stone head are dwarvish runes. Does anybody speak dwarvish?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
Hmm.
I might. I'm checking. Can't remember. Yeah, I do.
Okay, what do they say?
Earth and fire.
And the other side has
Air and water.
there you go.
Where's heart? Where's the most useless one?
It doesn't seem to be located on this hammer. There is a 10-foot wide, 20-foot long, 2-foot high slab of stone that dominates the southeast corner of the forge. The Ettin's latest trophies, 2 dead and rotting carrion crawlers, lie atop it. And it looks like they've probably eaten some of the carrion crawlers. Roll a nature check for me. Okay. So then above and beyond that, there's a door to the south. Is there anything that you want to investigate in particular?
Tell the truth, I think we're.
I didn't get any of that.
Me either.
I said to tell the truth, I think we're spent.
Oh,
Sylvia also wants to sleep now. Or, well,
Yes.
not sleep, but hang out.
okay. So then, what are you going to do to prepare for your rest?
I think this corner over here might be a good spot because there's only one entrance and a area we could alarm. But
True. And I don't mean this to poo-poo, but more to inform. There are 4 squares up there, of which you occupy 1. There are 5 characters, or technically 6. So 2 of them will
I
sort of,
forgot about Howl.
yeah. Well, even without Hal, there are still 5 characters, and so one of them would be sticking out into the hallway. And that's again not to say that you can't do it. Just be aware that you're perhaps less or more visible than you might have thought.
Who is piggybacking Raz right now?
No one, but I will move him around as necessary, such as for this rest, for example. But anyways, where will you rest? And what will you do to prepare for it?
Is there anything in this corner?
That would be where the large stone slab is that contains the carrion crawler corpses.
Oh,
Nice place to rest.
I mean,
Carrion crawlers can be.
I was kidding. Kidding.
I was gonna say that you could just use them like tauntaun sleeping bags.
blankets. Yeah.
Delicious.
Wrapped
Absolutely
in
delightful.
paralyzing poison. Wonderful.
Right up there is where the forge itself is. You're standing right on top of it. And actually, since you're standing right on top of it, where does it say? Hold on a
Dance,
second.
dance, dance.
Oh, okay. I get 20 feet with alarm. So technically, if I were to put the alarm right in this area, correct? Wouldn't that seal that whole area off?
Yeah, absolutely.
5, 10, 15. So then we have this whole corridor.
Yes, it's just that you can be seen from down the corridor. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Well, I mean, we still have the alarm blocking it off. I don't.
Yeah, and you'll be alerted to it in advance. Getting back to the forge for a second. So when Okoro goes up there and sort of stands on the rim of the forge, you were expecting to see, I don't know, burnt out embers or something inside of there. That is not what you see at all. In fact, you see about 1,400 copper pieces, 350 silver pieces, and 120 iron ingots down in there with a whole bunch of dwarven script along the top of them.
Huh, useless stuff.
Can I attempt to read the script? Property of the dwarves of Mirabar.
Given how often ingot tends to go awry, it is probably wise that they stamped their claim to it. But anyways, those iron ingots, if I'm not mistaken, they weigh 1 pound. They're stamped on one side with a hammer and then an anvil on the other side. Each one of them is worth 5 silver pieces. But it's obviously a fair bit to transport. And I am very aware that Okoro has a strong build, but there will eventually come a point where even that becomes overwhelmed, and I will fucking make you keep track of it.
Okoro is just carrying the game on his back.
Yeah, it is. That's not going to happen.
What's funny is he is doing that while like nimbly dodging things using his monk
while being in
dexterity.
stealth.
Yeah.
While meanwhile, we've got Mr. Grand Piano over there.
Yeah, Okoro is like sneaking around in stealth with 120 iron ingots in his backpack, and somehow he is not jangling like some 10-cent band in Louisiana.
I got good training at the Dragon Turtle Monastery. We're used to having things on our back.
Yeah, 120 iron ingots for training.
Oh, that's just Wednesday's training. That's no big deal.
So anyways, it sounds like you guys are probably going to set up camp in that little corner. Is there anything else you want to do to prepare, or are you ready to rest?
I'm ready to short rest.
Okay.
I kind of want to see what's in this room first.
First?
Yes.
Okay.
Without listening to
Okay.
any of the other characters
We can vote for it.
we can vote for it. I think the voting has already taken place, my friend.
Hey, I haven't opened the door. I just say we should look at it.
It looks like a door.
Well, do we want to look at this door inside the door first?
Well, you do.
That's a no.
All right.
I
So
mean,
we'll
I
go
don't
back.
like snuck up on, but you know.
Okay, well, anyways, that sounds like a no to me, and I want to keep this moving along, so I'm going to, let's see, short rest on Deckard. You guys are doing a short rest, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Feel free to roll any recovery hit dice that you'd like to for hit points.
Oh, I need to recover my spell. Okay.
Close. Okay.
Or does it do that? The game do that automatically for mages or not?
No, because it
For short
doesn't
rest.
know exactly how you're
Okay.
going to distribute that.
I see.
Yeah. So anyways, you all settle in. Alarm is cast, and it is uneventful. It's only an hour. You guys are on alert during that time period, but after that rest, you feel a bit refreshed. So there you
I
go.
would like to, as my activity during my short rest, I would like to use my wood carver's tools to use the logs that I am carrying from our very first session to whittle some like inserts for the skulls I'm carrying, so that I can like block off the eyes and like any holes and stuff, and just like fill that area with wood.
Okay. So that's what you're doing. Is anybody else doing anything particular?
I'm just using arcane recovery.
Okay. So
Yeah,
you
not
spend
really.
your time filling in the skulls of things, and
Mhm.
after the
5
hours
things.
after the hour is up, you have filled the skulls of 5 things.
Great. These are going to be great for drinking beer.
They might hit that. So, you guys have finished your rest. It's uneventful. Where would you like to explore now?
One other thing before we move on. Hell regenerated during that time, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Do I need to re-roll stealth or anything, Alex,
Oh
before
yes.
we?
If you're
Okay.
gonna be scouting ahead, you need to roll
Is our perception okay for the rest of the
session.
session?
Yes.
Okay. Stealthy McStealthson.
Oh, you got it.
Woo. Oh, hold on. Before we continue, there's one other thing. I never actually assigned the coins. Let me see
Oh,
here.
that's a better roll.
Are you guys trying to take the iron ingots with you, or are you just gonna leave that?
Not me.
Yeah, I think we should just take the coins.
We
Okay.
can come back for the
Yeah,
ingots,
coins are the
or
only
like
thing I'm
sell the.
willing to hand wave on.
Right.
We can sell the location of the ingots or something.
Well, and truthfully, you guys had no idea that they would have been hidden inside, the burned out forge. So they might actually be fairly safe there as long as somebody else isn't as thorough as you guys are.
It's only because a bugbear likes to dance on fire that.
Oh, it's been inactive for quite some time.
But it could have been fire.
You
It
would have been aware of it in advance of that.
reminds me of home at the volcano.
Yes, it does. So you're going
I will
to
sneaky open the door.
sneaky open the door. Let's see what's inside. Okay.
Exciting. What could it be?
Butts.
Okay.
Just giant butts. Like the Futurama
Amazing.
brains, but butts.
Wait, that doesn't work. Go like this. Boop. And then go like this. There we go. Right. So when you look inside, there's a T-shaped hallway that has 3 alcoves, 2 in the north near you and 1 in the far south. In each of these alcoves is a beautifully carved granite statue depicting an 8-foot-tall helmed elven warrior hefting a spear. And that's all you can see.
Okoro looks at everybody else as like, it's statues of you guys.
Oh, everybody's an elf, huh?
Except for Sylvia.
Ah.
That's true.
She's just kind of an elf, but without pointy ears.
What will you do?
I don't know whether that's a compliment or not.
Nor do I. What will you do?
I don't know.
Well, we
Let's
could send Haleth down there because he's the one with all the hit points in case it's a trap.
Well, you guys did roll for perception, so if someone with a high perception roll moves down the hallway, they'll sense any traps.
Yeah, someone got a good perception roll, I believe.
Yeah, we can scroll up and see who it was. Whoa. No, that's not it.
Pretty sure it's me, but I'm the
Let's
dungeon
see
alarm system, so
Azure and Sylvia both got pretty good perception rolls.
Okay. Gonna get stabbed, probably. I'm gonna look all around. I'm gonna take a look at this.
Give me just a second.
Time to make a new character.
Yeah.
Regards from Gary Gygax.
Okay. So when you walk in between the statues, you glance at them both nervously, and you suddenly jump. And you jump because Okoru has sneezed. However, the statues themselves are really quite beautiful. There's a lot of detail work in here. They've carved in the folds of cloaks. The spears that they have to seem very realistic. They're made of stone. They're not actual like bronze spears or anything like that. Um, the statue itself, you take a look at the base. You take a look at um, you know any spots that might look like it could hide or contain something. And all in all, you are fairly satisfied that there's nothing unique to this particular statue.
How about this one?
Same goes for that one. You spend just a few minutes looking it over, and it seems like it's one solid piece. There's not really a place to hide anything else. So yeah.
Oh, this part's clear.
Okay.
I will
Anything else?
sneak this direction.
Okay. So you guys head down the passageway together, and nothing is happening. The hallway seems clear. You don't sense any traps. Um, let's see here. Oh, let me just get the revelation for that ready. Okay. Where is it? I keep going into the wrong mode. Oh, I'm already in mask mode. That's why. It was context switching on me. There we go. So now you can see the rest of the hallway. There's a door off to the west, which you are reasonably sure was that other door you passed already. And then there's another door down to the east. Now, hold on one second. Right. And so now that you guys have gotten a lot closer, especially because you're carrying a light source with you, there's a whole bunch of rubble that is piled up behind the statue to the south, and you weren't sure of it from the far end of the hallway, but it seems that this particular statue has a spear made of gold. It looks like at some point maybe the spear was broken and a golden spear was made and fitted into the hand. So it might be removable.
I will detect magic.
Okay. You cast Detect Magic. You concentrate for a few moments, and in the end, you don't sense any particular magical effects.
Okay.
Seems clear.
Seems clear, guys. Take it.
Azure?
Is someone actually taking it? I'm kind of waiting for someone to tell me they're going to do it.
Is there a point to it?
Well, it's
It
made
could.
of gold.
It's made of gold. It might be valuable. I mean, it's purely decorative, but that much gold could be worth like 500 gold pieces.
I mean, there's no point in saying no to that. Unless it's hooked up to a trap or something, is it?
No,
Why
well,
don't you find out,
see, that's
Sylvia?
the thing. From the way that this spear is fitted into the hand, the what's the word? Pose that they have is the right hand is thrust upward, and the hand is curled around the shaft. So the entire shaft from the point to the haft, you can see all of it. So unless the trap is somehow in the closed hand, you don't see how it could be a trap.
All right, I'll take it.
Okay, you reach out, wrap your hands around the gold, and you start tugging at it, and you suddenly become aware that your hand is stuck to it. You might want to roll for initiative, you guys.
Swear to God, if I get another character eaten by a freaking
Oh, that's right. You had a death from one.
And look, you're in melee range again. Fate conspires, Sylvia.
I
Fantastic.
beat it in initiative.
Okay, so everybody's rolled. So let me reset the round counter. Oop, nope, that is not resetting it. Oh, and then we go back to the top. So Deckard, you're up. So at this point, all that's really happened is that Azure has yelped out in surprise, and the form of the statue seems to be shifting.
Do I roll Arcana
Yes.
and fail? Oh. I will. Going to. Actually, I don't want to stay in melee range of it. I forget what it does exactly, and since I failed the roll, I'll just zap it.
Okay. What are you zapping it with?
I think it has some sort of resistance too.
It
But I
might.
can't remember. Yeah, it might. Well,
So many choices with Zap.
Well, I'll try fire.
Okay.
Oh,
Excellent. So
wow.
as your fire strikes the creature, it suddenly doubles in size. No, I'm just kidding. Nothing happens. It takes damage.
Sorry, guys.
Alex, you magnificent troll.
No. The creature takes normal damage, and in fact, that fire causes it to shapeshift all the more quickly. And so next up is going to be Haleth. 5, 10, 15. So he's going to move into. Wait a minute. Why move at all? He can stand right here and do his most useful skill. Wow. He tries to stare down the statue, but considering the fact that everything about it is shifting, he's not really quite sure where to stare for the effect, and the creature seems to, not be interested. Azure, you are up. Your hand is currently stuck to it. You can still make a melee attack because you have your other hand. So what will you do?
I use a great sword, so can I really swing at it?
Oh, I had not considered that. I hope if you have a one-handed sword, you can make use of that.
I have a javelin.
That works. That's one-handed.
Yeah, I'll just drop the great sword and grab a javelin.
Okay.
There you go.
Poke it in the face a bunch.
Okay. Right.
Oh, and then I'll roll to identify too.
Okay.
Arcana, right?
Yep.
Nope.
Shocking.
Well, the fact that your hand is sort of adhesively stuck to it, it's a really strange feeling. A really strange feeling. Kind of throws off your ability to recall much information in your panicked state. But you do manage to jab it several times with a javelin, and that seemed to be moderately effective, despite the fact that moments ago it was stone. Okoru, you're up.
Woohoo! Hammer time. Bam.
That's a hit.
Bam.
Wow. Into heavy already.
Bam.
Another hit with the warhammer.
Bam.
Ooh.
Then I'll kick it once. Nope,
You can roll
it
to
doesn't.
identify. Don't forget about that.
All right, I'll listen to the smart people and try and do the smart people thing.
I believe in you. Yes.
Okay.
I are so smart.
You of course know what this creature is. It's a
Mhm.
granite statue. No, I'm just kidding. It's a giant mimic. It's huge. This is what mimics often look like when they're pretending to be chests, but this is basically what you're coming across. Now, the one thing that is most noteworthy about these is these are normally like medium-sized creatures. This one is large, and as a result, you're not sure if it has any special properties to it, but it they're normally immune to acid. They can't be knocked prone because of their shape-shifting nature. They are completely indistinguishable from the object that they represent as, well, motionless. They have advantage against any creature grappled by it, and so I think that the grapple. Let me check the adhesive. Ah, yeah, the adhesive means that you are actually grappled by it. So if it gets a turn, it may attempt to um, attack Azure. It gets advantage on anything that it's grappled by, and it has a pseudopod and it has a bite, and that's about all you know about it.
It's very purpley.
It is. Sylvia, you're up.
Well, I'm getting the hell away from this thing. Can it AOP me or no?
Yes, it can. Now, you can use your action to take disengage, which means you won't have another action, but it also means you won't get attacked.
I think I'll do that.
Okay.
Coward.
Wow.
Let me
Oh,
go
yeah,
back here.
comment. That's how. Okay, so
Wow.
you disengage, make it all the way back there. Do you have any bonus actions you might be able to take?
Ah, good question.
Poor abandoned Azure.
Hey, we're standing right behind him.
Oh yeah, but I mean,
We have the space to
cowardly
build a
Sylvia.
statue in your honor. Goodbye.
Sylvia remembers another lifetime and runs away.
Pretty much. I don't have anything else that I can cast other than Shillelagh, so I'll do that. But not really going to
Before
do
you
any good.
do, I just want to point out that this particular creature is in its bloodied values, so just in
Yeah,
case
it'll be
that
a
might
waste.
change what you would do with it.
Well, I can't. I don't have any attacks that I can make with a bonus, unfortunately.
Well,
It's
I'm
okay. I mean, you
just
disengage.
making
Just
you
say you're
aware.
done.
Well, I'm done then.
Okay. Next up is the creature. It's going to turn on Eric.
Nom 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 nom.
No, I. Uh, hmm.
You'll be fine. You like the purple.
Here we go.
Yeah.
It hits. Okay, so the creature pulls Azure closer to jaws that appear in the midsection of the statue quite suddenly. It chomps down upon him, and you can hear a sizzle of acid burning around the midsection that had a bite taken into it. Your armor is holding, of course, but yeah, that was extremely unpleasant, and that's also the creature's turn. It does not have a multi-attack, so. Back to the top of the round with Deckard Payne.
Well, I will just do the same thing I did before.
A hit.
Yay.
And
All
pretty
right.
significant damage, too. So your firebolt streaks across the battlefield and impacts the creature once more. At this point, the spot that you hit actually starts to bleed profusely from the site. It is looking quite gross. It has a lot of purple ichor leaking out of it.
Ew.
Haleth thinks that the creature deserves to be beaten about the head by fists. So he
Yep.
swings and.
All right.
Thanks, Al.
Yep. He punches the creature right around the mouth parts, and it suddenly collapses. The grip on Azor loosens very abruptly. He sort of stumbles backwards a little bit, but manages to stay standing. Now, the gold was very much a part of this creature, so there is no actual treasure for defeating it.
I go up here. I'm gonna take out my hammer and hit this other statue.
It does not react.
Same thing.
It also does not react.
Hmm.
Now that the creature is dead, and it's kind of slumped over and out of the way, you can see that it looks like the creature knocked over the original statue and then pushed the broken pieces into the back of the alcove, assuming the shape that you encountered.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Good job, Azor.
You'll need to reroll stealth because of combat.
Okay.
Okay. You fade into the shadows and
I'm very excited.
Ugh.
okay.
Stealth buddies.
Not very good stealth buddies.
The two of
Exactly.
you fade into the shadows, and Azor briefly wonders about whether or not he should inform you that you're not especially well hidden. So, as for the corridor that you found, let's see here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Okay. You open the door, and as far as you can see, this hallway is clear. It continues on past your vision. So yeah.
Sneak, 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 sneak.
Okay. And then I'll go like this, just so that it's clear. As you sneak a little bit further ahead, you can see that there's a bend in the passageway up ahead. But other than
Sneak
that,
and look around the corner.
okay.
Sprint sneak.
Let's see here. Okay. Trying to make sure the walls are showing. Anyways, so go like that a little bit, and like that. So as you come around to the corner, do you see those two dots?
Mm-hmm.
I've mentioned this before, but just as a reminder for anybody that might have forgotten, since it's been literally weeks, those little dots represent, quote, passage to the larger dungeon. If I, the DM, wanted to add on a section, there would be a passage that way. But there isn't, so it's a wall. But I just
Okay.
didn't want you to be confused by it, so there you go. You sneak around that corner, and then when you poke your head around cautiously, you can see there's a door to the east.
Sneak open door.
Okay.
Move back a second. I'll mage hand it.
Okay. Boop.
I mage hand the door open.
Okay. The door swings open, and I'm trying to reveal. Okay. So you can see the entire way in there. Okay. So when you open it up, you can kind of see into the room beyond. There are, oops, there's some old pickaxes and shovels that are stored. Oh, they're in the northwest corner. I misread that. Sorry. You don't see anything of particular note in there. There is some rubble on the ground, but short of that, it's largely featureless in the space beyond.
I wave a Koru forward.
Okay.
We'll
All
look
right.
around the corner.
When you look into the room, there is the most notable feature of the room, aside from those wheelbarrows that I prematurely read. Oops. Make sure that's uncovered as well. Sorry. Is that in the ceiling, there's a 5-foot wide, 30-foot long, and who knows how many feet deep crack that is opened in the middle of the 30-foot high ceiling. Now, the rubble that I mentioned seems to have spilled onto the floor when this opening occurred. it's also somewhat noteworthy because I had mentioned much earlier in one of the other sessions that for the most part, the dungeon is supposed to be immutable, meaning that if you were to cast something like the Earthquake spell, while the ground would shake, it would not shake apart the dungeon. Because that is a property that Halaster has instilled into the dungeon itself. He wants to make sure that you aren't cheating, busting through walls, or anything like that. And so he has made most of his dungeon immutable. So, anyways, that stone crack in the ceiling either was before he came along, or some feature he added, or something. But for the most part, all of the walls and other things that you've seen, pits and whatnot, have all been features of the dungeon. So this giant crack is unusual.
Other than that, you said there are basically some wheelbarrows here.
Yes, there are old pickaxes and shovels that are stored in 2 stone wheelbarrows parked in the northwest corner. They're sticking out. You can see them very clearly from here. And that's about all there is to it, aside from all the rubble on the ground. And most of the rubble isn't much larger than, oh, say, a soccer ball. So, yeah.
Okay. Okoro shouts back what he's found. Sounds boring. No glory here.
You know, it's funny that you should say that, because as soon as you shout back to the party, that suddenly causes a eruption of noise from the crack in the ceiling.
Maybe it's a giant butt crack.
Nope, it seems to be a swarm of creatures. Everybody roll initiative.
Boy.
The monster subdues and skull fuck fear.
I hear a Scott.
I was not expecting that. My co-DM has spoken. Everybody's rolled, so first up in the initiative is going to be Sylvia.
Okay then.
That's 10d10 of psychic damage.
Wonderful.
He's a very
I'm gonna,
merciless DM. Yes?
I'm gonna figure out what the hell just dropped out of that hole.
Yeah, they're spilling out of the hole in great numbers.
Yeah. What is the? What should I roll?
Nature.
That doesn't do it.
Nope.
No, absolutely not. You think they might be doves. Oh, by the way, even if you guys don't identify something, you can always ask for a general description of what it is that you're facing if you're curious. And if you figure it out from that, then you're experienced adventurers. Just like with the mimic, you may know some of the things that you come across. Anyways,
You know what I'm gonna do?
yes.
I'm gonna cast Flaming Sphere. So do you see the bottom left of whatever those are?
I would like to make an observation. Roll a wisdom check real quick.
Okie dokie.
That's barely good enough. It occurs to you that while Flaming Sphere could do damage to multiple of these creatures, they are flying, and Flaming Sphere rolls on the ground.
Crap.
Fireball would be
So
more appropriate here if you had it.
if I had it.
Yes, if you had
That's a
it.
shame.
Sigh. Alright, I'll just Eldritch Blast things again. Like I do. Okay, 15 is the closest one.
Okay, they don't have many hit points.
Well, Okay, so you fling an Eldritch Blast at the creature. Let me locate that in the swarm. It
Oh,
falls. A single bolt is, or blast, I should say, is all it takes to turn the creature to dust.
and I'll blast the next one right in the row.
Don't roll crap.
Yeah.
Bingo! Another one of the creatures is incinerated and turns to dust. The swarm seems very angry. Deckard, you're up.
So it was nature, you said?
Yes.
I'm also going to use one of my healing dice on Azure.
Oh, so now that you've rolled a wait, what was the extra point of damage for?
It wasn't damage, it was a point of healing for Azure.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
Uh,
did I?
no,
I
Scott was
got
talking to me at the same time, and distracted me. So, these are Sturge. This horrid flying creature looks like a cross between a large bat and an oversized mosquito. Its legs end in sharp pincers, and its long, needle-like proboscis slashes the air as it seeks its next meal. Sturges feed on the blood of living creatures, attacking and draining them slowly. Although they pose little danger in small number, packs of sturges can be a formidable threat, reattaching as quickly as their weakening prey can pluck them off. They attack by landing on a victim, finding a vulnerable spot, and plunging its proboscis into the flesh while using its pincer legs to latch onto the victim. Once the sturge has sated itself, it detaches and flies off to digest its meal. Sturges fly. They have a single attack. They have dark vision. They don't have a lot of hit points, and they are tiny, meaning that they can often occupy the same space as you.
All right, I am going to firebolt number 2.
You hit another one, and it drops dead from the firebolt.
That's my turn.
You guys are taking care of them like uh, Invader, was
Whack-a-mole?
it? I think it was Invader
Yeah.
where they drop down
Yeah,
and they go left
Invader.
and
Yeah.
right. Yeah. So next up in the initiative order is Haleth. Uh, Haleth is not exactly sure what to do, so he's going to move into the position into the room.
Yes, charge into them.
He's going to try to stare down one of the sturges, but it moves around too much and he can't get a good focus on it. So it's unaffected. Okoru, you are up.
Haleth, use your fists next time.
Oh, incidentally, just so you know, they are 15 feet off of the ground.
Oh, okay, so he can't reach him. All right.
Well, not with his fists.
For some reason, I thought he was oversized. Never mind.
Nope.
Hmm.
Oh, that's
That
why
changes.
Haleth didn't swing. I realized after
Yeah.
his turn.
Okay. I am going to, I guess, shoot them.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
It is not hammer time.
Mm-mm.
I'm going to shoot the furthest one.
That's a hit.
And a death.
Another one is taken down.
I'll shoot again.
That is really dead.
Oh man, he is so effing fucked.
Yep.
Instant death. The critical hit causes the creature to simply explode into flying body parts.
Lovely.
I'm going to use a key point to bonus action dodge. And is there any way that I set dodge on myself so you don't have to remember, Alex?
Let me think about that for a second. I think the answer to your question is just that you need to go ahead and give yourself a bonus of AC of 2. Now you can do that by going to the conditions page, add a
Wait, but dodge puts disadvantage on any attack targeting me.
Until the start of your next turn, or just the next attack?
Until the start of my next turn.
Okay, then just put under condition dodge, and I'll see it, and then that way anybody attacking you, I'll be able to remember.
Okay, where conditions? I'm sorry.
The little head with the dots over it. I don't know what you can and can't see as players, so
Okay, I'll figure it out.
it should be okay. Do you see a target on the combat tracker?
Oh, it's on the combat tracker.
Yes.
Okay. Uh, no,
Bullseye.
I don't.
You don't see a bullseye.
Nope.
What about a fist? And we're
Nope.
looking at your entry on this thing.
Yep.
Okay. What about a sword?
Nope.
What about a square?
I see a square with my initiative, a square with my HP. I see a skull that says friendly, and then effects. Would it be maybe under effects?
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Okay.
Okay. Next up is Sturge 1. Which one is Sturge 1? Okay, now I can see clearly. How far can they move? 5, 10, 25, 30. Okay, it moves to this location and decides to attempt to attach to Sylvia. Actually, I shouldn't do that. Put that there. Let me see if it can manage to attach anyways. Oh, yep, it manages to attach itself. I'm going to go like that. And then this one. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Boop. A miss, so it stays in that square. 5, 15, 20. And then it's going to attempt to attach to Sylvia. Oh, wait a minute. 15, 20, 25, 30. Actually, I'm going to move it back here. 14 doesn't hit Deckard, I don't believe.
No.
No, okay. Then it's still a miss, but it attempted to hit Deckard instead. Next up, this guy.
Oh, actually, it does because I don't have Blade Singing Song up right now, so I have to shield it, which is what I will do.
Okay. So
Because
that's
a
fine.
14 hits against 14 armor class. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
it does.
Okay.
With shield, do cast the spell obviously just so the effect is on you and also so that it counts, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, it moves to this square and then it is going to attempt to hit Okoru.
At disadvantage.
Oh, thank you. Hit disadvantage. Reroll that. It gets a nat 1. So it misses, and then this one
It's all those ingots I didn't want to hold.
moves into this position. It's going to attempt to hit Deckard. Wow.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, it gets a 24.
Yep.
It manages to latch onto you, so I'm going to put it there. And let's see what else is next. Moves to this position. Oh, I remember this time. Disadvantage.
Oh, you know what? I forgot that I had mage armor on, so I actually had 17, but it doesn't matter because I would have tried to shield the. Well, whatever. I use shield. So.
Okay, then the calculation should be correct anyways, because I saw
Yep.
AC 3. So, anyways, right. So it misses Okoru, and then this one comes into 5, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35. Moves to that square, attempts to hit Sylvia, misses. Now it's occupying that square, so nobody else can. 5, 10, 15, 20. And then disadvantage. Nope. Moves to here. Disadvantage. Come on, probability. Nope. Moves to here. Disadvantage.
They're
Man,
everywhere.
I bet you're really glad that you decided to put up dodge.
I might have seen what was coming and thought this was a good idea.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Move that into position. Disadvantage. Attack. And next up, moves to here. Attacks Haleth. Hits. Haleth is sort of damaged, and then this one moves into position.
A minor inconvenience.
Yes.
The question is, can they actually deal? Oh, oh,
Whoa.
oh!
That big crit for 9.
That is the upward numbers of what can be dealt. Let's see here. I'm just curious if they're. I think they've managed to get him to a point now where he's like above the amount that he can regenerate in a single turn, which is a real accomplishment for this group of monsters. So miss. Okay. Hey, Azor, it's your turn. Now, just
yeah.
so you're aware, when it comes to monsters attached to other creatures, if you miss, you will not hit the player. 5e doesn't let you fuck up in that way. So you can somehow be a surgeon with that greatsword.
All right, I shall be a surgeon with that greatsword and attack the one on Sylvia. So number 1.
Okay,
Thank you.
you hit, unsurprisingly.
All right, and then since I killed something, I'm just going to swing at 16 with my bonus action, and then use my third attack number 10. So. And 16.
Wow, an actual miss.
Oh, wow, I missed. Sorry, undo that.
Against number 1.
Number
16.
16.
Okay, let me kill. What killed 10? Was that an accurate hit?
Yes.
Okay, just
Yeah.
making sure. So that one, and then 16 is alive. Take off the effect unconscious. Okay.
And then I will move a step forward.
Okay. We go back to the top of the round, which means it is Sylvia.
Okay, I'm stuck in melee.
Well, you know how to get around that, fortunately.
True. Can I cast Shillelagh without provoking an AI?
Yes.
I'm gonna do that, and I'm just gonna start wailing friggin' things.
Okay.
Really? I rolled a 2.
Apparently so. You rolled a 2, and thus that means that you missed, just in case you were wondering.
Yep. It's the end of my turn.
Okay. Deckard, you have a creature attached to you. It sucks.
I can swing at it, right?
Yes, you absolutely can.
Good. Make sure I get the right one here. It is 13. Okay.
You hit.
Rolled a 1 and still killed it.
Poor creature. It has met its end.
I am done.
Okay. So next up is going to be Haleth. Okay, he has no lack of targets now.
The room clearer.
Wait, yeah, and he only gets 2. Haleth swings one fist, knocks the creature out of the air. It falls dead to the ground instantly. Swings at yet another one, connects. It too falls dead to the ground. And next up is Okoru.
Okay. So they are within melee range, especially for me at this point, correct?
Oh, yes.
All right. I'll switch to my Warhammer.
Okay, you drop your longbow.
Yep. You're welcome.
That's 1 down.
I'm going to spend a key point and take 2 bonus kick attacks.
It's like swatting flies.
That is exactly what is
Except with
happening.
my feet.
Okay, so on Okuru's turn, he swings his warhammer left, kills one, right, kills yet another one, lashes out with 1 foot, kills another creature, and then roundhouses to kill a 4th. So all in all, you've taken out 4 creatures in a single set of swings. Let's see. So first up, they're going to attempt to attack Deckard Payne. Critical miss. Then they're going to attempt to attack Okoru, I guess. Oh my god, Hero Sturge. It
Wow.
worked. That is actually kind of a
Big
substantial
6.
amount of damage. And next, he's going to keep the fuck away from Haleth and try to kill Okoru. Nope. And then... Oh, shit!
Whoa!
Oh,
That-
no!
Vengeance! Vengeance
Yeah,
for our
exactly.
people!
They were mad. They were mad at you.
Hey, sweet, get him, you guys! Oh, critical
Oh.
miss. And then... Oh!
Death by 1,000 stings. Jeez.
Oh my goodness. So the Hero Sturge latches on. So then it's Azor's turn. So now talking about being a surgeon.
Let's try for number 14 first.
Okay, he's dead. You don't need to roll. He died 4 times.
He exploded.
This
5
thing
times, excuse me.
exploded.
Little the wings are raining down.
Yeah. He's dead.
Yeah, and then I'll use my bonus action since I've got 2 kills. So, which is the last one? 14? No, 18. Oh, the other one's 20 on Brandon.
Yep.
Oh my god. They didn't stand a fucking chance. Just whack, 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 and they're all gone.
Okoru looks pleased at his murder buddy.
Yeah, let me just remove those from you. They all kind of flop off. You
He's a
kind of have
mighty
to...
good surgeon.
The bodies do. The heads are still stuck in you. Sylvia, you are up.
Let's finish this off.
Nicely done.
Okay, so another one is blasted out of the air.
That's the end of that, and there's just the one left.
Okay. I'm just going to say that he's dead too. You guys have thoroughly conquered them. There's no way that he's going to survive. He takes 99 damage and then drops out of the air. There we go. All right. Anyways,
He kamikazes himself into the wall.
Yeah, just puts himself out of his own
You'll
misery.
never take me alive. We weren't planning on it.
So now that he's gone, the room is empty and silent. Very silent. Like a grave for Sturges.
I'm
Well,
gonna heal a
I don't
card real quick.
He's pulling the proboscises out of his neck and looks at you and snorts and says thank you.
Indeed. So now that you guys have explored that particular passageway, you've explored a ton. So I'm going to remove that pointer. So you guys are going to need to zoom out in order to see other unexplored areas. There's one far up to the north, if you remember, where the statue was that kind of talked to you. There were some unexplored areas up there, and then beyond that you have to go all the way back to the space with 3 statues where the larpers were, in order to find unexplored dungeon. Or you can call it a victory and take the stairs. And actually I should
Oh, so you're saying the stairs is level 2?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, that's what I assumed.
Mhm.
I say we go.
Well, actually, here, let's do a quick vote first of all. Vote. Check is use stairs, X is explore entire level and destroy everything.
I like being thorough.
I figured.
Okay. So,
I'm
yeah,
just gonna
put your
sit by the stairs.
I say this corridor.
that
He's
corridor.
just
Okay.
sulking over there.
I've played Diablo 2 with you before. I know that you have to explore everything.
I like Sylvia. Yay! I too have that gamer mentality.
Yeah, I figured.
Are we near the area with the human skull? Can I pick up the human skull?
What human skull? What are you talking about?
We passed by a human at some point, a human skeleton, and I want to pick up his skull.
The only human skeleton that I can think of is that guy that was part of the Fine Fellows at Daggerford. He's dead. You got his skull.
I don't want to rip off a living, recently deceased.
Oh, well, I assumed that you did, given patterns.
I had written down that we saw a human skeleton at some point, but
Well,
no
you
big deal.
probably did, but I
There
have
are
no
plenty
idea.
of dead humans around.
Yeah, they're a dime a dozen.
I'll get one eventually.
All right, so you have basically 3 options in this corridor. You can go all the way up to the top and go off to the west. There's an unexplored space up there. There
I
are
will stealth.
3 doors that you can see. So make a decision.
That's a quality stealth roll. I guess I better do it too.
Ah.
You're teaching me a lesson. Deckard, I'm gonna say you should pick which door we're gonna.
All right, we will go
there.
down the far east corridor right in front of us.
You're gonna explore that door?
Mm-hmm.
I'll hang out with Deckard. We're stealth buddies.
Yep.
Stealth buddies. Okay. So let me see here. You creak open the door to peer at what lies beyond. I'm trying to get the and let's see. First of all, get that. And then I'm actually just gonna go ahead and go like so, and like so. Okay.
More mimics for Azure.
Let me see here. Oop.
Sylvia, you have the high perception?
Mine was
Ooh.
17.
Oh, who had the high one?
That would be me.
Okay, well,
No,
you
it's
get to go run into some traps, buddy.
Oh boy.
There's something there.
Okay, so looking down the hallway, here's what you see.
Oh, there's something down there. Okay.
There are statues. Cobweb-covered statues of dwarves stand atop 2-foot-high pedestals and alcoves. Okay. Most notably, however, you also see that there is a there is a giant rat down that end of the corridor. And actually, giant rats, this is the wrong size. There you go. There's a giant rat. It seems to be
Dinner.
sniffing around, and it hasn't noticed you because of your stealthy approach.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh. Can I
Ooh.
shoot it? Can I shoot it with Bugbear Surprise?
Yes. However, I don't think you actually have surprise on it because Sylvia had a low roll that I did not see.
Okay.
And also, other people hadn't rolled stealth on it. So,
That's
yeah.
fine.
Anyways, you can still roll for initiative, and then we can work this out in the order in which it should proceed.
Okay. I'm excited to kill a rat, but not as excited as Deckard is to kill something.
Deckard just wants to run to the stairs, but I guess he'll have to kill a rat.
The faster we kill the rat, the
Yeah.
faster we get to run to the stair.
Right.
Okay, first up is Deckard.
All right. I roll nature to identify. Well, it's a giant rat. Is there anything that is relevant? I guess, or do I need to roll for it?
I mean, the only thing it would really probably tell you about is like attack rolls. Like you know that giant rats aren't especially resistant to anything.
Okay. All right. I'll just blast it with the firebolt.
Okay. Okay, you managed to hit the creature.
Yippee skippy. Nice.
Oof, nice.
Yeah, I'll take that,
That is
and I'm done.
extremely good damage. The creature's already bloodied in the first volley. Um, Before Sylvia can go, the creature's form suddenly twists and rotates
Ah.
and
Mhm.
shifts until it assumes a hybrid form. It looks something like a rat and a human.
Where rat?
And at that point, um, the creature clasps her hands together and falls to her knees. Mercy! Mercy, please! She also is
Sylvia.
unarmed. She has no weapon. Sylvia, what will you do?
Sorry, who the heck are you?
Well, my name is Sylvia Featherstone. I was exploring in this corner, and then suddenly I was hit by a very deadly firebolt.
Insight, if you don't mind.
Roll.
Okay.
Yep, rolling.
Okay. Let's see here. Um, okay. She seems like she might not be quite as innocent as she's letting on. I don't think that would surprise anyone.
So what in the heck are you doing down here?
Well, I was looking for treasure to buy food in Skullport. Yes.
We gotta insight that too.
Make your rolls. Okay, let's see here. Okoro thinks that that might not be the full story either.
And what else are you doing?
Sylvia, the hell? Hold on a second.
Sylvia the Script.
You should specify rat, Sylvia.
Oh, sorry, Sylvia Featherstone. You didn't know that it was possible for a rat to flat sweat until this moment, but yeah, it is. Um,
Mhm.
let's see. Um, I, I, I have no good explanation. I was not expecting to come across anyone in this area, given the proximity to the outpost. So I'm kind of at your mercy. And she gestures to herself. And as I said, she has no weapon. She also isn't wearing any armor. And um, yeah, she actually doesn't even have a backpack on her.
Well, I wanted dinner, and now you're not dinner.
She seems greatly relieved to hear that. Would you mind terribly if I just went about my way? I haven't attacked you. I've done you no harm. In fact, she winces. I'd be willing to overlook the harm done if I could simply leave with my life.
You can hang out with us. Be our rat friend.
Must I?
Yes.
Uh, she, her face kind of scrunches up. Very well.
I'm stating my opinion 3 times.
Well, we're still in initiative order, and it's Sylvia's turn, right?
Yeah.
Well, actually, do you guys want to take a quick vote?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay. Give me just a second. I'll pull open the vote thing.
We're very democratic in this team.
Well, I just really like the vote function. There's that too.
He does.
Because it moves things along. Check mark to execute, X to let go.
X to let go.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, let go
we'll go with
or
it, Kevin.
keep with the
Be
party.
friends.
I don't want a were-rat friend. Especially one that lies.
Vote.
Note to self:
I'm
Deckard is
torn
not a
on this
furry.
one.
All right, we're missing a final vote.
I'm deliberately abstaining because I can't decide.
Well, I need a decision so that the story can progress. So let's make one.
It's
Well,
also your turn.
Azor will kill it after Akoro decides not to kill it.
Yeah, just go ahead.
Okay. Then go ahead and attack the creature.
I guess that's me. All right, I'm gonna
No,
run up
no,
and
I'm
throw
sorry.
it.
It's still Sylvia's turn.
Okay.
It's more fun to force Sylvia to do it, you're right. Sylvia could not kill another Sylvia.
Oh, I guess we're not being friends. You should run.
I mean, ultimately, it's probably better because you could also become a were-rat and then you'd both be were-rats named Sylvia. It would be very bad. So you fire off an Eldritch Blast. It impacts the creature. It shrieks. I'm innocent. Why would you hurt me? She cries.
Sylvia's not sure if she's doing the right thing at all, but she's blasting away. And that's the end of my turn.
Oh, so only. Oh, you missed the first one. I see. Okay. Okoro, you're up. You can choose to abstain your turn in protest.
Yeah, I'll take the dodge action and shrug.
Okay. Then next up is going to be Haleth. Um, let's see here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I think he's actually out of range for Vengeful Glare for once. 15, 20, 25, 30. He is. He moves forward but can't do anything. Azor, you're up.
It's not one of your party members, Howl, is it?
No, no. This is a other unfortunate creature trapped in the dungeon.
Yeah, so she's out of my normal javelin range, so I take a -2 penalty to throw it at her, right?
No, it's
I
literally
think
a
you have
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Yeah.
Oh, disadvantage. All right, well, let's let the dice roll. No, I'm going to kill her.
I guess she resists non-magic weapons.
It would seem so. So yeah, somehow
Somehow.
you managed to evade that. Sylvia is very badly bleeding, and so at this point, give me just 1 second to check something. Nope, that's the wrong one. This is the right one. Okay. She 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35. Runs up towards the northern corridor, and you hear some mechanics. And then it's Deckard's turn.
All right. I will bonus action Blade Sing, so I gain movement speed. Then I'm going to go through the door that Sylvia's standing by.
Oh, okay.
5, 10. So that's 10. And then I'm going to try to open that door.
Okay. Hold on just
in the
a
hopes
second.
that the room, it's the same room. It may not be, but it's fun to just go in blind.
There seem to be some giant rats in here.
I wonder if they're related.
Well, you see two. Actually, I think you can arguably. I think this is how I'm just going to handle it now, rather than worry about vision cones because they're hard to do with this system. Go like that. There we go. That's basically what you can see. It looks like there are 3 giant rats in here. Although, are giant rats actually? They're small beasts? Oh, well, apparently I oversized Sylvia. Sorry about that. The word giant threw me off. What will
A
you
giant
do?
for rats.
Yeah, apparently.
Did they react to me opening the door?
They turned at you and chittered. They're baring their fangs.
Stupid things. I want to be in level 2. This is so dumb. Okay, well, I'll close the door and then continue running towards where Sylvia left. Which, okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Then I'm going to use my dash action. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Puts me here. Okay, that's my turn.
Okay. There's something else that I observed here, which is that it's actually 9:31, so we should probably just terminate it here and let it resolve next time.
Okay.
It's right at the top of the round, and yeah, so there we go. Thanks for playing, everybody.
Thanks for having us.
Good night.
Good night.
Have a good night, everybody.